Blog Talk Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! 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 A damn shot straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You get down to straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star broad splash! You can't stop me! 5-star broad splash! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang! The balance of power that's in! You can't stop the yin and the yang! The balance of power that's in! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flip, kick you in the yam! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down!
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Yes, you are listening to RVD Radio. Why the fuck not, man? This show kicks ass. Pretty excited right now. Not really sure why, but got a ton of callers. That excites me. Lots of energy. Nikki, our producer, in a good mood. That excites me. And holiday season, well, that excites me in a different way. And we're going to talk about that too. Couple of things in the headline that I want to address real quick, because you people need to know this shit. One thing that I thought was really awesome, here in Garden Grove, California, which is not far from the Casa de Van Dams, something historical took place, something worthy of mention. You're going to want to know that this actually happened. This guy got arrested for possession of marijuana. He had a third of an ounce, which isn't that much for you non-pot smokers that don't know that much about it. But anyway, here's the deal. He got busted. He produced a valid doctor's recommendation. The judge ruled that he was complying with the law and ruled in his favor, so he won the case. Now he wants his pot back. So he says, you know, I want my pot back. The cops should have to return it, right? The judge says, that sounds right. They took something that wasn't theirs. They should give it back. Well, the cops appealed. Everybody got behind him, you know, all the sheriff's leagues, all this crap. And judge denied their appeal, said give him his fucking pot back. So the cops went to the Supreme Court, and they wanted the Supreme Court to hear their appeal for this because they thought that marijuana, even though it's a doctor's recommendation for an organic plant that can fucking help heal the guy, the cops felt like, well, that's not right. Just like everybody else, you know, we believe that it's dangerous, it's a drug. Anyway, Supreme Court denied it, so this dude won. Can you believe that? Return his fucking pot. That will start a precedent for future arrests. Everything's moving in a good direction. If you don't know, we got 13 states that legalize, that have legalized the doctor's right to prescribe marijuana, and because of the size of a couple of the states like Michigan and California, in conjunction with everything else, 1/4 of the American population now lives in a medical marijuana state. Yeah, that's awesome. So I wanted to share that with you. Something else, and by the way, SVD's here. She just walked in. Hi, baby.
Hi, everybody.
How are you feeling today?
Okay. A little run down, a little tired. I just got disconnected today, but, you know, life is good.
Yeah, on every other Wednesday, she gets disconnected from the chemo pack. Today being that day, she just woke up from a nap and came to join me, and I'm glad you're here, baby. And, yeah, and check this out, baby. I was reading this on the internet. Someone sent this to me. Tommy G sent this to me, actually. They found the oldest stash in the world recently in the Gobi Desert in a grave, 27-year-old pot. Yeah, how awesome was that? It was in a bowl. I'm sorry, 2,700-year-old.
That's awesome.
Did I say 27-year-old? That's not that old, is it?
No.
It's kind of old.
Hey, I'm older than 27.
Would you smoke 27-year-old pot, though?
Probably not.
But 2,700-year-old pot, so that's like BC. I mean, that's like in a grave with some. But it also said there that some blue-eyed. It was in a bowl, actually, ground up residue, and it was cannabis, and I thought that was pretty awesome, you know. So, yeah, I'll be wanting to include that on the blog. It is December 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Holiday season.
Christmas is almost here.
Yes, you're very excited that Christmas is almost here. And I appreciate the good vibe. You know, I like that people get excited about anything. You know, I mean, that's how you keep your energy up. You learn to vibrate with others. You celebrate with other victories. You know what I mean? Whether it's your favorite football team scoring a touchdown and you're like, yay. You didn't score the touchdown, but you celebrate with them because you're happy. And I get that. You know, that's awesome. That's what you do. You learn to celebrate with others. You learn to vibrate at that positive speed, and that's what you want. You keep your energy up, allowing yourself to stay connected and plugged in. And same thing, you know, even if it's somebody that's from your hometown and they're on American Idol, you know, you stretch it, you know, yay, I want him to win or I want her to win because she's from my town. You know how it is. I mean, you reach for a connection.
Carrie Underwood was good regardless if she was from Oklahoma.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's because people want to celebrate, you know. They look for an excuse, you know. They could find a connection even if it's real far, and we're all connected. That's a whole other conversation. But anyway, holidays are there for that exact reason. You know, people want to celebrate. Excuses to celebrate. And I don't want to come across like a Scrooge, but I may.
But you are.
Sonia says I am a Scrooge. I don't really get that excited about the holidays, and here's why. Please
enlighten me.
I am going to enlighten you, baby. I'm going to enlighten everybody that's listening as well. Holidays are great, you know, people are happy, and people need holidays because they need to balance out their stressed out lives. That's what they do, baby. I mean, it's just like on the weekends, people have stressed out, tensed up jobs that they hate, sucking up to the boss, and on the weekends they have to, quote, let out a little steam, unquote, and they go to the bars and they drink. Same thing with holidays. It's a big festive time. People get together, usually to drink. But for somebody like me who is even keel, and I make it a conscious practice to remain so, I don't get that stressed out. Thus, I don't need an excuse to...
Wait. This is the same person person that was saying you get too stressed out during the holidays because of all the pressure on shopping? Is it the same?
I haven't said that.
All right. You said that to me.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Because I'm usually even-tempered and I don't need something to balance off a normal stressful job by celebrating and partying, because I, year-round, pretty much remain at an equal level. You know, I'm happy. If I want something, I buy it. If you want something, you buy it, baby. We always, if we want to go out, we go out tonight. If we want to eat out, we eat out. We're not like normal people with normal lives. And because of that, and because of my conscious effort, you know, just to make the most of every day, I find that holidays are disruptive to keeping an even, smooth vibe. You know, if I want my flow to not have ripples, I want my chi to come in and out like a pond on a windless day with no fishies jumping up in it, and all of a sudden here comes a holiday. Now I got fish jumping all over. I don't got ripples. I got waves. That disrupts my flow. It does. I mean, it's all about.
It's all about you.
It's all about the yin and the yang, the balance, the power, the zen. You can't stop the yin and the yang. The balance, the power, the zen. Are you with me? Cushionators with me, baby.
Drop that down!
But anyway, so it's about buying shit. You know, you can rush out to the stores, and it's madness out there. There's road rage. It's crowded as hell. I went like 2 miles just to go get my hair cut just now, and I couldn't believe all the traffic on the road, you know, because I don't leave my house a lot. And now I don't want to leave my house again until I have to. It's crazy out there, and every holiday's like that. And I mean, yes, from my particular position, my wife makes it easy as hell on me because she does the shopping for everybody in the family and stuff, and she loves to do that, and she's happy and excited about it, and then I just have to get something for her. I'm not just complaining about saying that for me that it's super stressful. I'm saying the whole idea, you know, like having that date on the calendar, and, you know, same thing, I said the same thing about Halloween, you know, I mean, I think it's cool for kids, you know, and when Christmas comes around, I actually think of when I was a kid and I had fun, you know. I think of when there was presents.
Why are you such a Scrooge if you had fun?
Well, because I'm not a kid anymore, and I'll never get those times back, you know. And right now when I hear, like, Christmas music, it reminds me of when I was a little kid. Yay, I want to get up early and unwrap the presents and shit. Sonya and I don't have kids. We don't experience that. It's just like, to me, it's like...
I'm still a kid at Christmas. I still want to get up early and unwrap the presents.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you do. Me, I don't. I want to hear the callers call in and,
You're
you know...
a kid the rest of the year. Why on Christmas do you refuse to be a kid?
Well, you just made my point exactly. All year round, I'm a kid, and I make the most of every day, and we buy... Here's the thing. Now... Instead of buying something, if I need it now, because it's close to December, and my birthday is 1 week before Christmas.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Now, when I want to get something, I can't buy it. I got to wait. Instead of buying it for myself, I got to wait, hoping that it'll be bought for me, so that instead of just buying and being able to use the thing I need, now I get to unwrap it, and then hopefully it'll be the right one that I would have picked because I'm paying for it anyway.
Oh, you're...
No, I'm just saying, isn't that, I mean, it's like that for every, you know, for the dads, the husbands, or it's like, I love that family comes together and celebrates, you know.
You begrudgingly love that family comes together. You only like it because I like having everybody over here.
Well, actually, you know.
Yeah, I got you on that one.
I'm not a real big fan of having a whole bunch of company over at our house. Thank God we got a big house, Casa de Van Dam's, because, yeah, you like having a whole bunch of people over here and stuff, and sometimes it drives me nuts. I like to have a couple people that I can see and my mellow dog. I'm going to go right to our first guest from North Carolina, baby. When's the last time you talked to Mr. Gregory Helms?
It's been a while.
I know. Gregory Helms, what up, dude?
What it is, man, I got to say, man, right off the bat that I agree with you on the whole Christmas thing with the gifts, because all year long, if I want something, I just go get it, but then at Christmas, you're scared to buy anything.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, isn't that illogical? Do you watch Big Bang Theory, the sitcom?
No.
You should watch it, dude. We just found it recently, but you should watch it. It's written by the same people that do 2.5 Men and used to do Dharma and Greg. It's very funny, but it's really these geeks. They're comic book geeks like us. They're scientists and they're like super smart. And I can relate to the main character. He's so bad he's autistic, you know. He's like, but I can relate in a lot of ways because it's just not logical, you know. And I always say I'm a nonconformist. I can't help it. I think outside the box. I don't know how to think inside the box. I don't know how to make sense out of doing stuff just because you should do it. Thanksgiving just rolled by, and people are like, well, yeah, you stuff yourself till you puke. That's what you're supposed to do on Thanksgiving. Why am I supposed to? I mean, I'm an adult. Why is it that I should do that and conform to that just because it's like an American tradition?
Yeah, I pretty much just eat myself till I'm full all the time anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Every day is a holiday when you got the life of a superstar like Hurricano. How's your neck doing?
Everything's fine, man. Everything, you know, I just had my first match back, which will actually air this Friday. So everything,
sweet.
You know, not going to hope it all holds up, but so far so good.
Yeah, does that make it SmackDown? That's what's on Fridays, right?
Yeah, SmackDown Friday. So we filmed it in Albany, and the first match in 18 months. So it was, you know, it was what it was. And I had a good time out there, and the Albany crowd was real good to me. So I actually just wrote a blog about it, thanking them for being receptive, because you know how it is. Sometimes, you know, great crowds can make a show really good. So you know.
Yeah, because it's all about that exchange with the energy, with the crowd and stuff. That's why when a lot of people say, RVD, you should go to TNA, a lot of times I think, but they're wrestling in front of 600 people in a studio. I don't know. You know, to me, being in front of a huge crowd with thousands of people, that's kind of irreplaceable. I think so.
Yeah. You know, you can't. That energy just can't be, you know, duplicated in the studio. And but fortunately for the TNA, guys and gals, actually, you know, because my girlfriend works there. You know, they're starting to do a lot more different shows in different venues. So. It'll be that stuff will change for them too.
Yeah, well, that's cool. You know, I hope so. I hope that they come up. What the hell was I just gonna ask him? Any idea, baby? Hey, I had a good question for her. When you talk, I remember it. It's happened twice now. It was about your neck. It was about I don't know. I'm gonna go to Nikki Heyman. Nikki Heyman's a fan. I don't know if you know her, but she's always outside in the back of the arena when we come up. And what's up, Nick Heyman?
Good evening, Zen Meister. Good evening, Hero, and welcome back. I am so happy to see that you're back in business with us.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Nikki, you didn't call in last week. What's up with that?
Actually, I'd like Helms to ask that question, but I won't put him on the spot. You're talking about holidays. My parents have a unique Thanksgiving tradition that they do. The day before Thanksgiving, my father and my brother-in-law bring out the big turkey fryers. They send out emails to 40 or 50 of their closest friends and say, hey, come over, we'll deep fry a turkey, we'll put out munchies. So we had like 60 people out in the driveway of the house while we're deep frying turkeys and swapping stories and eating and drinking and just having a great time. And I just completely lost track of time. So my apologies.
No, Sonya's here saying that's awesome, and it is, of course. You know, I think that Sonya says that's what it's all about. So that's cool. I like that families get together and party, and you know, hell yeah. I mean, I love it when my family gets together, which is very rare. Usually it's funerals and maybe weddings for us. But I don't know. But me personally, you know, like my birthday's coming up, and when I get asked what do I want for my birthday, nothing. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm like that. And to confess, I'm not just like that about myself, but my whole life I've never remembered my parents' anniversary, even though it's the same fucking day every year. I've never remembered my brother's or sister's birthdays. I pretty much suck, and I'm still working on getting better at getting Sonya a cake on her birthday. But anyway, I mean, it just, I don't know why it doesn't stand out. It's not like it's more just kind of like a distraction from a normal zenful flow of, you know, of life that I try to achieve. So, you know, that's for me, I mean, that's how I see a lot of the holidays. But I'm glad that you got together with your family and enjoyed it and all that stuff.
I'm going to steal that word ventral. Sorry, I interrupted you, Greg.
That's a good one. I always feel like, too, like on your birthday, like you don't really do anything. Like you didn't do anything to be born. So I kind of felt like on your birthday you should actually throw a party for your parents because they're the ones responsible for you being here.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they should celebrate Conception Day, too.
Yeah, because that should be what it is. You can be wonderful. Like you didn't do anything at all, but just get pushed out. It's not like you had any control over that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I remember it. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Awesome Adam from San Antonio because I'm glad I'm not in Texas. I'd rather talk to you on the phone. What's up, Awesome?
What's up, Rob? What's going on? How you doing?
Welcome to RVD Radio. We got Gregory Helms on the line with us right now and a whole bunch of callers on hold that I'm going to get to. We're talking about holidays, the holiday season. People celebrate just because they want to celebrate. I mean, when it comes to Christmas, and you look at the history of it, it's a pagan holiday originally, and most people believe that Christ was born on the 25th of December, but that's only based on inaccuracies. There's no stories that coincide with that when you actually dig into it. And when it does come to celebrating the solstice, that time of the year when the star's up there, it's been done like way before Christ was even a story, originally with Horus, the Egyptian god, and there's so many gods that they used to worship. But same thing, you know, with the birth around the 25th, and then the resurrection, and the 12 apostles, and just born to a virgin mother. All of that's been done like so many times in so many different cultures and religions and myths. And basically, you know, what it comes down to now is we say, hey, there's only one God, but we still want an excuse to party on Christmas Eve.
Christmas is crazy out there nowadays, man.
So, Awesome Adam, what's going on in San Antonio? You getting ready for Christmas?
Yeah, getting ready for Christmas down here, and it's getting busy and hectic down here, and crazy and everything down here. So. Right
on. Well, crazy's part of it. I don't want to come across like a Scrooge or a negative. I don't want to be negative in any way. I'm just explaining to me, you know, what it is. It's a lot of work, you know. You got a question, or you just want anything you want to add to the shizo?
No, just saying you probably remember me from when it was my buddy Jimmy Falcon and was it J.T. Evans, and you probably remember that.
Hey, Gregory, wasn't Falcon a DC character?
Falcon, no, he was Captain America's partner. He was a Marvel character.
Was there a black Falcon also?
He was a black guy.
Oh, huh. Okay, yeah.
There was a guy named Falcon.
And then the DC guy with the wings. What's he? Not Hawkeye. No, Hawkeye's the Marvel bow and arrow guy. Who's the guy with the wings in DC and he wears a beak?
Hawkman.
Hawkman. Awesome. Gregory Helms is a huge comic book fan, as am I. So lots of times we have these conversations where we talk about wrestling. Bruce Jingles is going to be calling in. We might have to text him and remind him, baby. But Bruce Jingles, he can't hold a conversation about anything without talking about a comic book or comic book movie. So I'm looking forward to him calling on, hopefully, while Mr. Hurricane is still on the line. Because we'll be talking about anything. He'll be like, man, this is just the best shit I've ever had. Hey, Rob, next thing out of his mouth, who do you think should play the Flash in the movie? Always thinking about it. All right, dude. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to move on from Awesome Adam, and I'm going to go to Mike from California. Mike, you're out here where I am in California. What's up, dude?
What's up, bro? How you doing, RVD?
Awesome. How are you?
Right on. I'm good, man. I'm fucking glad to hear you on the radio once again. And I must admit, my wife is pissed because every Wednesday I'm listening to you for 2 hours and she can't get my attention. So for that, I apologize to my beloved wife.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. You're not on the favorite list, that's for sure. She's like, again? God damn it. I'm like, sorry, babe. I gotta talk to RVD.
Oh, man. Well, make sure you keep your priorities straight, man. I don't want to come between anything there.
No, it's cool. Hey, how's it going, Gregory? How you been?
Everything's going great, man. How about yourself?
Good, man. Really good. It's glad to hear that you're working well through your rehabilitation and you'll be back, this Friday. It sounds great, man.
Yeah, man. It's good to be back. I've been at home for a long time. But that didn't really bother me as bad as that's one question I always got a lot though. Is like, aren't you ready to get back on the road? And RVD will tell you, when you're on the road for a long time, you can go home and just stay there for a long time and be fine. So I enjoyed my time at home, but it's time to get back to work though.
Hey, was it hard to watch wrestling, being that you weren't a part of it and you had to stay home?
No, it wasn't hard because it wasn't like I got fired or anything. I was just out. So I mean, I've been some guys get in the business and they kind of stop being fans, and I never really understood that. I've always been a wrestler, and I still am. So I like watching it. Just watching it. If it's good, I like it, and if it's bad, I don't. But I still watch it, and
Yeah, I got the same thing. I even watched that damn CCW, especially because RVD was on it. But it's pretty good,
Dude, that's...
And one thing that being that they're in the 6th week, Todd Bridges, not only does he sell better than Hogan, but he knows more moves better than Hogan. So really great show.
Hey, Gregory, have you caught any of that Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling?
No, I caught the first bit of something one time, and it wasn't the one you were on. And the one I saw, I can't even remember what was going on, but it looked silly, and I kind of just tuned out of it, and then it was gone. I don't even know if I think that Velvet Sky, I think she changed the channels on me or something, and I wasn't really paying attention.
Right on, yeah. I just always try and make this point. These are actors basically pretending that they're wrestlers, and that's how it has to be looked at, because they were doing chops this week. And, I don't want people to watch it and think that's really how we do it. There's no way in hell that you could chop Todd Bridges, for instance, or as hard as Big Show chops one of us. You know what I mean? They would not take it. It would break most people's ribs, and chops are very, very stiff. When someone chops me really hard, boom, I don't mind giving them a forearm back. It's just something that you really send in there. But all the moves, basically, they get taught 3 moves on a show, and then they got to go out there and perform in front of people. They get judged on how well they get the moves in and how well they connect with the crowd and all that. And then someone gets voted off, and it's based on their performance, and it really showcases the competition that even though they're out there, and plus they have choreographed matches, and that's something too. I try and always make the difference. They have a script. They walk over their mats and shit. For us, the more professional you are, the way less you need to ever worry about that. For me, I don't want to see anybody till my music's playing, and most people that have wrestled with me will attest to that too.
Yeah.
Dude, I got this guy that says he's calling from England, man. I don't want him to have a huge phone bill. I'm going to go right to Matt. What's up in England? Cheers, mate.
Is that me?
Hey, you better speak to me. Yeah, that's you. What up, Matt? Are you Matt? Matt Denton from England?
That's me.
All right, well, there's not a whole lot of people calling from England right now, so it's pretty safe we're talking to you. I don't know if I got your name right. What's up, bro? How you doing tonight? Or tomorrow, or whatever the fuck day it is there.
I'm just as hell. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing really good, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. You're coming through all broken up and stuff. You wanna say hi to Gregory Helms and see if he can hear you?
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Yeah, he's breaking up for me pretty bad too. But hey, back if you can hear me.
Yeah, man, dude, we really appreciate you calling in. I'm gonna put you on mute right now. Maybe I can check back with you, but we just can't hear you, man. Cheers, bro. Yeah. But anyway, we got a whole bunch of calls, so I'm going to try and go right on to another one because we got a 2-hour show, and we got a lot to talk about. We got Sabu is going to call in any minute now. We got Bruce Jingles, Chris Masters, which, by the way, I didn't talk to Masters today. There's a good chance he might stand us up again. He might. Yesterday I was like, yeah, man, for sure. But whatever, we'll see. Who did I just got David from Sacramento all the way through. What up, free thinker, Dave?
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just chilling, doing some homework, but I put it on hold for my new routine of listening to RVD radio.
Right on. Awesome, man. I like the new routine, man. I'm glad you called. I got Gregory Helms, the Hurricane. Remember Hurricane, man? Because that was the awesome gimmick. I loved it back when we had the Alliance. And that character.
That was fun. That was the best storyline. That
was fun. With Steve Austin and them back, and the tattoo.
The most hilarious thing was seeing Shane McMahon do the spinneroonie. That was funny.
I still don't know how to do that, motherfucker. Book has put me on the spot and embarrassed me right in the middle of a match, just like he always does to everybody.
Well, of all the names.
After the match, he'll make the whole crowd get behind it, like, come on, do a spinneroonie. They want to see RVD do a spinneroonie. I suck. I can't do it. But anyway, I'm sure if I practiced, I could.
I was hearing you guys talk about CCW.
Yeah, we mentioned Hulk Hogan's Championship Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, I was just online reading about some news because, I heard that Christian Cage is getting released from TNA, and he might jump with Tomko to WWE because Tomko signed. And,
I actually don't have an official word on that, but I had heard that it's the same thing. I actually thought that it was already a done deal and that Christian was in WWE, but...
he hasn't signed yet, but Tomko has. That's
interesting. Interesting. I just saw Tomko in Japan in August, and I've always liked him. He never really seemed that happy in WWE. He always kind of like didn't get along with the same people that most cool people don't get along with, and hopefully it'll work out for him this time. That's I guess maybe they'll go back together like they used to. Who knows?
Well, anyways, how this whole thing relates to CCW, there was another article under it talking about it, and that, like, I guess Vince McMahon, he had some beef with Hulk Hogan's show, and what he did was he's basically cutting off anybody who was in relation to it, like wrestling-wise. Like, he will not, like, he just basically banned them from WWE now. Like, they got it new. It's stated that, like, Jimmy Hart, he's not going to be mentioned, like they won't show him anymore.
I don't know. I mean, I can't give the official words, and when you say it was stated.
I just wanted to know if, like, maybe you got any.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have not heard from WWE anything negative about doing Hogan's show. One thing that I will say that's funny is that I did hear this from someone else. I heard that some of the other guys, the trainers, that they were told, that they won't work for WWE, that they exposed the business. And what was funny was I watched that on TiVo on Sunday, and right afterwards I watched an autobiography of of wrestling, and Vince McMahon was on there, and he was saying, well, yeah, there's a fine line between kicking the bejesus out of somebody and not kicking the bejesus out of somebody. That's where the art comes in. And it was funny because it was right when I heard that, but I don't know. But I can tell you, no, I never heard any such thing personally, and not worried about it, and
I had one more quick thing.
Okay, but again, let me just stress the point. These guys are celebs, and they go out there and they're competing by performing, by wanting to be the best to move ahead in a competition. They're pretending. It's definitely not the same way. Like, they would not survive a normal match that me or Gregory Helms go through.
Totally.
And I think that they know that, too. I'm pretty sure they know. If they don't know, they can put in one-of-a-kind DVD like Danny Bonaducci did, and they'll have no doubt they could not survive the war that I would go through on a nightly basis.
Yeah, I saw that. I had one more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah, just one more. Okay, I wanted you and Gregory's thoughts about the have you heard of the show The Shield on FX?
I've heard of it, but I don't watch it.
I don't watch it either, but I guess the writers, they were somehow inspired by that whole Chris Benoit death thing. That's how they're going to end the show. Like,
wow, dude, I don't know. That sounds pretty heavy. I don't know anything about it.
I just wanted, like, your thoughts about that. Like, you and Gregory's thoughts on, like, the main character, he's going to commit suicide and murder his family and stuff like that. And they were inspired. They were going to change it so at least the main character gets caught and arrested. But the writers, they were like, no, let's make it more deep. And, like, they were actually inspired by what happened.
Right. Well, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I mean, when writers put down their ideas for stories, they're often inspired by real-life headlines, things that that happened, you know, or sometimes they totally make it up or dream it, but more often than not, you know, it's some kind of combination or variation of something that unfortunately has always happened, right? It's like Sonia says, life imitates art, imitates life. You can argue on where it begins. I would think, you know, being a writer, it would be hard to not have that very situation in mind. I know I personally still think about the whole Benoit tragedy all the time. I guess not every day anymore. You know, I used to think about it every fucking day. It would go through my mind, and it's crazy. I mean, you know, I've lost some friends even since then, but that's nuts. So, yeah, you know, I doubt that they're going to give credit, you know, and make it exactly like it was, but you know, unfortunately, it's hard to come up with something new now that isn't already done, you know. I'm gonna go. Oh, it says Chris from Michigan. I thought that was Sabu. Sabu's calling in, and he's in Michigan, and I got swerved. But let's hold on. Let's make Chris. He can hold on for a second because he might talk to Sabu. Look at all these calls, baby. Holy cow! People are excited to talk about Christmas. Let me go to Harry Slash real quick and check in with our New York correspondent. What's up, Harry Slash?
Yo, what's happening?
Have you ever met Gregory Helms before?
No, I think we did years ago.
Right on. A lot of times people think he was in ECW even though he wasn't, and I think he just like fits in so well that you kind of forget. There's a few people like that, you know. I wondered myself one time, like with Chavo, was he in there? No, I guess he wasn't. And I wasn't really sure. And
no, Chavo wasn't who he was.
Rob, remember right before I went to WCW, I was going to start to do some stuff with you guys in ECW, and then I got offered a contract, and I said, the hell with that.
Right.
I guess you got paid.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. Well, Harry Slash did the music for ECW. He's an awesome musician and good friend of mine. And Harry, what do you think about this comic? Oh, dude, I just thought you're a huge comic book fan too. Okay. We're gonna talk about comics too, but first, what do you think about the holiday season? Do you get excited about it? Are you for it? Are you happy? Or are you okay either way?
Well, you guys were in New York one year, and I pointed out that like year-round in New York, if like somebody bumps into you in the street, you go, "Hey, watch where you're going, asshole." But around this time of the year, if somebody bumps into you on the street, what you do is you say, "Hey, watch where you're going, asshole," and have a Merry Christmas. You know, so New York actually gets friendly. I think they make too big a deal out of it. It's like here in New York, they start putting Christmas decorations up before Halloween now.
Right.
It's like I remember growing up, Christmas didn't start until you saw Santa Claus at the end of the Thanksgiving Day parade, and that was the actual start of the Christmas season. I'm waiting until July 5th where they start putting up Christmas decorations because that's coming.
Yeah, no doubt. We always see it earlier and earlier every year. And to me, that signifies just flipping pages back on the calendar, you know, which honestly is a depressing thing because, you know, I grew up in Michigan where there was 4 seasons, and every year when fall would come around, the trees die, the leaves fall on the ground, and you know that summer's over, and it's sad. The smell of burnt leaves now reminds me of that, and it's sad to me. It's depressing, like, oh, no, here comes fall, no more. Because I love the sun. I'm a sun worshiper. I love it out here in California where it's normally sunny, but, like, when it's not sunny, I get depressed. And then there's spring, which basically means it's wet. Now all the snow's melting, you know, and the sun's starting to come out, but it's still cold, and it's weird and mushy outside. Of course, winter sucks because it's full of snow. Well, I'm just saying that I'm trying to explain, baby, that part of me keeping myself centered and in control of having, you know, like this peaceful balance is not having all these disruptions and being able to have like a routine. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, honey. You in a routine, that does not go well.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm saying that I like to be able to count on my life being here the way I like. I like to be able to count on going outside and stretching and not getting snowed on. You know what I mean?
Did you ever do that Christmas Day parade in New York? When WWE used to do it all the time. Did you ever get a chance to do that deal?
No, I did not. Did you?
Oh yeah, I mean it was a cool deal, but you can talk about it was just cold as hell. I mean, it was like 18 degrees when we did it. We're all on this Christmas float, you know, trying to pretend we're all happy and jubilant, but we were really freezing to death. It's pretty cool.
For sure.
What am I?
Yeah.
He's gonna freeze to death. I got Officer X from Massachusetts calling in. I'm sure it's freezing where you're at.
No, not too bad today, my man.
Come on, man. You got the gloves on, the boots on, the scarf.
Hey, how about yesterday's investment? Battery-operated heated socks.
There you go, man.
Man.
If you want to live in that part of the country, man, that's what you do, huh?
Oh, that's what we got to do, though. I tell you,
you're a family man. You're probably pretty excited about Christmas coming up, huh?
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, we're going to New York City Friday, taking Baby X on the train to see the tree at Rockefeller Center, FAO Schwartz, the whole 9 yards.
Right on. Well, that's cool. Now you're also what I would call a working man. You know, you get out there like most people. You're punching the clock, and then you need a break to get away from that. So you have like instead of having like a constant keel of energy, you have peaks and valleys. You have ups and downs. You have pressure moments. You have releases. You know, and just like people going out to the bar to drink on the weekends to unwind. Do you agree with me that holidays also serve like common people with traditional lifestyles in the same way?
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, I prefer Thanksgiving to Christmas only because it's, you know, one day and it's not a whole month-long thing where everyone's just getting ripped off and trying to outdo each other. But the worst part about the holidays is having to spend time with people you don't care about.
Yeah, for sure.
You know that, bro. You know that, I'll tell you. And the heated battery, we're going to give you guys some battery-operated socks as well.
Don't send them to California. I don't want them. But I got Gregory Helms on the line with me, and I'm also going to a California caller because he lives near me. He's a good friend of mine and a co-host of the show often. What up, Chris Masters?
Yo, Rob Van Dam, what's going on, man? Chris Masters here, and I'm live on location.
Masturbator. Sorry, that's all I got.
Hey, I have to tell you, I'm live here on location at Venice Beach, California with the real, true Mr. Green himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cushionator.
Oh, wait. Dude, put him on the phone. Let him hear this shit right here.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show!
That's the Cushionator, man, singing that song for me. He's with you, Masters, for real?
Yeah, man, I decided today that rather than even going to your house or just doing it from the comfort of my own home, that I would go live on location and report to you from where it's going down right here in Venice at the Medical Beach Club. And so what's going on, Gregory Helms?
Nothing much, man.
Hey, man, I haven't talked to you, bro. It's good to hear you. Good to hear you. You doing all right?
Have you done any good skipping lately?
Oh, I've done some great skipping. I remember that, actually. Where were we again? Somewhere in Europe, right?
And for some reason we started talking. We saw somebody skipping, and then I was like, this got to be a happy guy because you cannot skip if you're mad or sad. Like you can only be happy if you're skipping. And
that's true, unless you're working out. Like that can be kind of like an MMA kind of thing where you're working on your footing and stuff, and you can actually be quite unhappy and still pull it off.
Oh, how about leave it skipping?
Skipping down.
Oh, okay. I corrected. It's a happy walk. Very happy. Hey, were you guys holding hands and skipping somewhere on this planet down the sidewalk?
Yeah, down in Sydney, Australia. It started with me and Devari, and then we got Big Chris to do it. And just seeing that big, gigantic bastard skip down the street was worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah, you know what? You never forgot about that either. I still think I hear about that every time I see you after it's been a long time since the last time, you know what I mean?
Hey, Chris Masters, we need to get you guys to do that again for RVD TV so we can have the visual.
I don't know about that, man. Come on.
He's got a good skip.
Watch RVD TV at robvandam.com.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool soundbite, huh? Are you impressed, Gregory Helms, with my soundbites?
Oh, man, it don't take to impress me, though.
Okay, cool. How about this time?
RVD, motherfucker!
Hey, Gregory Helms, I heard you got a really big new tattoo that's pretty cool on your back. So can you tell us about that?
It took about 6.5 hours to get, 6:45 or something like that. Did it all in one sitting. They to do it in two, but I knew that if I left, I would never go back ever again. But it looks pretty cool. You can see it like on my webpage or on my MySpace page or whatever.
Hey, where can they see that, and where can they read your blog, Gregory Helms?
Just go to like GregoryHelms.com is my main website, of course. And then and from right there, like on the very front page, you can see like my MySpace link, and I have a Facebook link and a WWE Universe link. I try to keep it all so that people know which ones of mine are real, because you know there's a lot of fakers out there and stuff, and posers trying to put up fake sites. But if you go to Gregory Helms,
hey, you know what's funny?
We got a guy here. We got to put on a special. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna mute you, Officer X, because you broke the don't talk while Gregory Helms is talking rules. So you can listen in if you want, but you got the muzzle. Hey, Gregory Helms. You sparked a memory. I remember a long time ago when you were trying to ask me if I had my own MySpace because there was so many RVD imposters, and I had no idea what it was talking about. You were like, "Do you have a MySpace?" I was like, "Do I have your space?" You go, "No, it's MySpace. Do you have MySpace?" I had no idea what you're talking about. You go, "Never mind, that's what I thought." I enjoyed that story. If you didn't, then fuck off. Demetrius from Vagina, what's up? Happy couple days before, happy holiday season.
Happy holiday season as well.
Right on, man. How's it going in Virginia?
It's going pretty good. It's nice to hear your voice. It's been a long time since I've seen you. I know you probably don't remember me, but you wrestled at the Boathouse in Norfolk, Virginia a while back.
I'll always remember the Boathouse. That was ECW territory.
Yep. And then my wife and I gave you a chance to see you before you left from IHOP to eat one time. We saw you as you were leaving. So.
Right on, man. Well, hey, listen, I got Chris Masters and Gregory Helms on the line, and even our correspondent, Harry Slash from New York. You got any questions? You got any stories you want to share about the holiday season? Because if not, we're going to talk a little bit about comic books, too.
Well, that's fine. But holidays, Christmas, and I'm not too much on it besides spending time with, some family like my nephew, because he's 10 years old, and, that's what I'm mainly shot for, and something for my mother. But nothing major. Christmas is okay. Thanksgiving, I spent time with my grandmother and my mother, and had a birthday, so enjoyed my birthday away from home and the job, so that's about all that I've done, so. Chris Masters, just to let you know, a couple years ago, my wife and I went to a WWE show. When she first saw you, her mouth dropped. I had to pick her mouth up from the floor.
Chris Masters is quite a sight to behold when you look at Chris.
Hey, what is going on right now? I wasn't paying attention. What?
Thanks a lot, Masturbator. His mom dropped to her knees.
Hey, stop 50 sounds familiar.
Hey, Chris Masters, Demetrius was just saying that his mom dropped, her mouth dropped, her jaw dropped when she saw you because she was very impressed with your muscularity, but she realized that you were carrying a little bit of extra water in your left shoulder.
Oh, she picked that up? Damn. Hey, man. But Gregory Helms knows, man, I'm a masterpiece, yo. Ain't that right?
Gregory does know. He pays attention, too. He's not. Hey, so you know what would be really cool would be, hey, what's the voice? Jack? What would be really cool would be to hear Samuel Jackson say, "Chris Masters, motherfucker." Don't you think so? Chris Jingles, give us a Chris Masters, motherfucker. Come on.
Chris Masters, motherfucker!
Yeah!
Rob,
that was good. I like that. That was really good.
Hey, Bruce, you know how many people, after they hear the soundbite that I use here?
What was the last one you wanted?
What'd you say?
RVD, motherfucker!
People ask me all the time if that's really Samuel Jackson, but it's the very talented Bruce Jingles. What's going on tonight, Bruce?
How's it going, man?
Okay, fucking awesome, man. We're kicking ass on the RVD radio like we do every Wednesday. I'm glad you called in tonight. I was saying earlier that we can't hold a conversation about anything without you throwing in, hey, RVD, who you think should play Wonder Woman? Hey, RVD, who do you think should be the next door? And, that's cool because I've been a comic fan my whole life, and so have you. But I have Gregory Helms on the line, Mr. Jingles. He can hang with you, and you can ask all
Hurricane.
What? Hurricane, what it is.
Hey, what's happening, brother?
Everything's good.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the Green Lantern, but I got to tell you, if they do a Green Lantern movie, you know it's going to be Jon Stewart, right?
Yeah, probably so. As long as Jack Black ain't involved, because when I first that was going to be very exciting.
That pissed me off. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, no.
Hey, Jingles, motherfucker.
I actually ran into Jackson at the Comic-Con this year.
And, you did?
Yeah, at one of the parties, whatever, and somebody went and introduced me to him or whatever, and I guess Hurricane WWE, I'm not sure exactly what they said on the introduction, so we were sitting there, we were doing a little photo op, and then he goes, so who are you again? And I go, well, and I told him, so I wrestle with, WWE, Vince McMahon's group, and he goes, oh, yeah. I said, yeah. I go, I used to be the Hurricane, green hair, superhero guy. He goes, the motherfucker with the cape, that's you.
Hey, that's the last place I saw you, Hurricane. Was at the San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago, huh?
Yeah. Well, that one was this year, but I've been 2 years running. I'm gonna try to go every year. That thing is awesome. So
I think I've gone like the last 6 years in a row. I keep saying I'm not gonna go, but I end up going.
The last time I went there was 25 years ago. I was working at a comic book. I was working at the comic book store, and I got my Dark Knight #1 signed by Frank Miller. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Hey, do you think Spirit's gonna be good?
Fuck, it's Frank Miller.
That's what I think too. Sonya just asked me that earlier today. That's what I think because I fucking love 300, and of course, Sin City rocked also. That's all he's done so far, right?
Yeah, but he's also written, but as far as his comic books, he wrote The Dark Knight, so it's gonna be good. Yeah, I think what Miller's gonna do is try to add a creepier, more Batman kind of twist to the Spirit.
Gregory, did you like the Batman movie?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I mean, it was
Didn't RVD just
it got a little long toward the end, but I don't really complain about that. I mean, they kind of gave you like an extra half hour for your buck, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I slept. Yeah, we slept through the last half hour. His voice really annoyed me. I found all the action to be totally unrealistic. The action was like in the old '60s series of Batman, where you're firing at him and he's shooting bullets at him, and he'll just put his arm up and slowly run out of the frame. I don't know.
I loved it, but I agree with you about the voice.
Yeah.
But you also have to think that Bruce Wayne.
Hey, don't go into Ron Swallow's comedy deal about Bruce Wayne was a public figure, the richest man in town, and he had to hide his identity. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to steal Ron Swallow's material?
No, I'm not going to steal Ron Swallow's material. I'm just saying it's true.
Of course. All right. Chris Masters, when we were kids picking up comic books, you were looking at the ad in the middle of it where Charles Atlas was sending the workout so you could kick sand in people's faces, huh?
Yeah. He should do that. He should do that sometime.
Actually, no, but I do want to say, Mr. Jingles, I'm a huge mark, bro. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you, brother?
It's all good, man. It's all good. I look forward to seeing you again. You got to perform.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Actually, are you on that show that's coming up next week, Bruce?
Which one? In Hollywood?
The 9th or the 11th. It's in Hollywood. It's improv.
No, but I plan to be there. I'm kind of actually. I hate to say it. I'm thinking about leaving it.
Right on. Well.
Oh, boo.
No. I'm gonna do a walkout, dude. I'm gonna just do comedy overseas now.
overseas.
No, I'm going to Bosnia.
Right. Well, then I think I smell a loser leaves town match, followed by a return Bruce Jingles under a mask. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'll do that.
Awesome.
I'll do that. Come out with a hoodie and everything. I'll do that, dude.
Yeah.
Or they can get a comic magician and he accidentally does a fire trick and blinds me, so I'm temporarily gone on the injured list or some shit.
There you go, man. I'm all for it. Hey, so how's the holiday season going? You had a good Thanksgiving? Are you excited? Or is it fun?
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's great. Marijuana, football, and food. But what else?
Now, does that differentiate from your normal system, your normal weekends?
Actually, yeah. Because I do it with a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean. You mean that there's like a lot of people and you do it with them.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do it with like old friends and family and stuff that I don't see too often.
How old do they got to be? 18?
You're listening
of course.
to RVD Radio.
Dr. Shawn Stipich. What's up, brother? Calling from Texas.
Hey, guys. How's it going? Is that Samuel L. Jackson on the other line?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, Samuel, I'm a big fan. How are you?
Oh, how you doing, motherfucker?
I'm a big fan of yours.
I hear you had a good Thanksgiving, man. That's great. What'd you do?
Just
football, marijuana, and friends. I heard you.
I went to one of my best friend's house and had dinner with his family, and we all smoked out, and I watched football, and then watched the Lucy Marathon, and smoked out some more. And then
how about them Cowboys?
Oh, that's yeah. Oh, dude. So
Rob Van Dam, how was your Thanksgiving? I don't think we spoke since then.
No, you know what? That's true. We talk usually every couple of days. I haven't heard from you since last week. It was good. We had a bunch of people over and had a bunch of food, and it was cool.
Masters put us up, but we won't go there.
Masters, would you explain yourself? Oh, okay.
Was Chris with you guys?
He was supposed to come over, and he ended up not being able to. And Sonia says that he's got heat just because we had like a bunch of food. But I think we did pretty good. I think we ate a lot, not because we were supposed to, because it's fucking food.
Yeah, I'm fucking dude. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I feel like I give cards out.
I didn't get no card from you.
I'm just kidding.
What is your favorite holiday?
Mine? Thanksgiving.
Oh, it is. You just said that, and you meant it. How sweet of you. They're all basically of pagan origin, when you think about it. Most of them, anyway. When you think about their origin, it usually comes down to worshiping a bunch of pagan gods. Or, of course, Thanksgiving, Sonia and her poor Indian heritage, they have a totally different perspective of giving up their land for the pilgrims and eating a bird to celebrate. Sonia's an Indian, in case you didn't know. And she's doing fucking awesome. We got 2 more weeks, and she's completely done with the chemo.
All right, Sonia.
Awesome.
All right. Has the marijuana intake increased any further?
Not, you know what? Like when she gets nauseous and stuff, I kind of like force it on her, but otherwise.
Yeah.
But she's looking forward to taking a little break from it, actually, but it's good. I mean, it's definitely made this a doable experience, So
yeah.
I got a bunch of people calling in. I want to hear people talk about the holiday season and what it means to them. I want to hear people's opinions on my crazies for not getting all excited about the holidays.
Rob?
Yes, Dr. Shawn. Speak to me, brother.
Hey, listen, I'm going to have to take off. I'm at a restaurant right now to get ready for my show, but I wanted to...
You having sushi, Shawn?
No, just a little Chinese buffet, Mongolian barbecue kind of thing,
Okay.
But anyway, I you know what I'm talking about on my show tonight?
What are you talking about?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Chinese buffet.
I want you to come, and I want you to call anyway. So definitely.
I'm gonna call your show later from a bar.
Okay, do that.
All right, we'll call it the Dr. Shawn Show. It follows this show, so it's on for 1 hour when this ends, which actually we have 1 hour right now. First hour went by kind of quick. I got a ton of people waiting to call. All right, Dr. Shawn, we'll have a happy day in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We will talk to you in a little while on your show, and we're going to let some of these people that are on hold finally get through so they can talk to Master P or Gregory Helms or Harry Splash, even SVD. What, baby?
What?
Help me pick somebody. You want to talk to Teddy and Benji from North Carolina?
Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Can you hear
How are you?
She says hi.
Dude, hello?
Hey, I got Teddy and Benji from North Carolina on the line.
Dude, what's up, man?
How are you?
Good, man. Okay. I have been waiting to talk to you. I am a huge fan of yours. Really.
I certainly appreciate that. I'm glad you called in. Say hi to Gregory Helms.
Oh, hey, man. What's up, man? Yeah.
Gregory Helms is from North Carolina. You might be neighbors.
No, we're not.
No.
Sorry. Because I stay. I will be. Okay.
You might want to say hi to Chris Masterpiece, too, while you got him on the line.
Hey,
how often this happened, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, okay. When, are you coming back? To the WWE?
I don't know when I'm coming back. Right now I'm kind of like listening to life, and I'm really enjoying my time off at home. And every once in a while when I start thinking, you know what, it would be cool to get back in the ring and watch, and perform and show off again, and I think that sounds a little bit fun. I might even put the TV show on for about 5 minutes, and then it seems to turn me off from the idea completely.
Yeah.
That's right, Daddy.
Yeah. I am thinking, about taking, I am thinking of taking,
breathe, baby, breathe. You could possibly benefit from some Zenful persuasion.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about taking, a job, in our GM.
That's what he would like to do. Let's just say it that way.
Right on. Well, listen, if that could be a good way for you to get connected with whatever you want to get connected with, whether it's working out personally or just meeting people or athletes or getting ahead or whatever. So if you want a job doing whatever the hell you want to do, I say go for it. Although I'm not sure that I would recommend public speaker.
RVD, motherfucker! RVD, motherfucker!
All right, okay. I'm going to go to Louis from L.A. Is L.A. Los Angeles or is that Louisiana?
It's L.A., man.
Of course it is. You're at 562. That's Long Beach, right?
Yeah, man, pretty close to Long Beach. Actually, kind of close to Garden Grove, too, a little bit, man.
Oh, did you hear about
man, I got to know, man. You got to come back, RVD. It's not the same, man. We need you. We need to see you, man. We need our fix.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate that. I wish I had enough control to... What, Sonia? Sonia's reading the chat room, and sorry. Yeah, I appreciate that, dude. I understand that, I've got all the talent, and you're watching something, and you wish that RVD was there. And I understand that it's hard to understand how somebody that could be so talented and so good at something could step aside, but...
You got to keep the belt, and you got to keep it for a long time, man. You're the best. I just want to call to tell you that, and thanks for everything for all the years, man. You're kick-ass.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
All right, man. Have a good Christmas.
You're gonna come back
because you're hung like a moose doesn't mean you got to do porn.
Oh, you're gonna come back when Obama legalizes weed and you can smoke out on WWE.
Dude, honestly, it would take a lot more than weed, I think, to make me be happy living on the road like 250 days a year, going from one town to the next, driving hundreds of miles to go to a town that I don't want to be in, always missing California. And you know what the worst was? I'd usually leave like early Saturday morning, and I'd see the weather, and it was going to be beautiful and sunny here in L.A. all weekend. I think about how much I want to ride my bike on the beach, and instead I'm flying to Toronto so I can rent a car, drive 200 miles north to freeze my balls off, you know.
Oh, it's like being a
Gregory Helms, are you still with us? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, man, I'm over here listening, man.
All right, man, because if you just set the phone down and walked away, I want to bust you. I think that's a masterpiece, dude. Masterpiece. That's definitely what Masterpiece did. But anyway, you know, stay as long as you can or as long as you want. If you got to go, you know, appreciate you calling and don't want you to...
Actually, I got some people in my house, man. I kind of just been making them be quiet while we listen to the show.
Right on. Well, that's cool, man. Appreciate you calling in, and I hope you have a very, very happy Christmas, unless it's disruptive to your meditative zenfulness.
Oh, hey, brother, back at you. And, give my love to SVD and Chris Masters. You keep on skipping. And watch me on Friday, man. You know, you got to watch me anyway.
Yeah, oh, for sure, man. That's a very important point, man. That's the return. I'm gonna definitely try and tune into that, which I got to look up the channel, the time, and everything. That's how disconnected I am right now. But awesome, man. I'd say good luck, but it already happened. So if you want to bet on it, I'm not going to gamble with you. You already know.
Take care, Gregory. Nice
awesome. Hey, good talking to you, Hurricano, man. Appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you soon. Be healthy. Yes. Stay healthy, Gregory Helms. He's a good guy. He's one of the guys that I miss seeing in the dressing room, because a lot of the guys I do not miss seeing in the dressing room. So let me distinguish that right away. I'm going to talk to Derek from New York. What's going on, Derek?
Hey, Rob. It's doubt, actually, dude. Like I doubt it.
Say it again?
Doubt, like no doubt.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mom was a hippie.
Thanks a lot, Nikki, producer. You wrote Derek, New York, and you embarrassed me in front of all my fans and friends and even Sonia.
No embarrassment, dude. How's Sonia? Is she cool?
She's doing awesome. How you feeling today, baby?
I'm feeling much better.
She's so excited to be done with this chemo, because there's like a 6-month sentence that, when I say sentence, I mean, you know, like jail time, like a ball and chain, but literally a little chemo pack hooked up to her. But 2 more weeks, and we're done with that, and it's going to, 2009 is like a whole new beginning. I'm very excited. It's going to rock. I'm just excited. Yeah, for many, many reasons. Many, many reasons. So what up, Doubt?
I just got a couple questions. Like, one's a comic book thing. Do you guys read Boys? And if so, what the hell do you think of it?
I think I picked that up. Well, that's like a mobster gang-like thing, I believe. I think I picked up like one of those and then didn't pick up anymore. I just thought it was okay and it didn't catch me. I could be mistaking it with another book, though. I don't know. Bruce Jingles, you come in as the aficionado here. But lately, I don't even read that much. When I go to the comic store, it might be once every couple months, and I try and make up for lost time. And I really try and stick to the trade paperbacks.
Yeah, me too.
Those rule, right? There's like several books in one. It's easier to handle, to store, but even just, you know, just the monthly ones.
You get disappointed when they don't come out on time every month. And
you don't forget the storyline, you know, a month after the last one came out.
Dude, forget going to the comic book store. I'm a broke comic. I just go to Borders and read theirs and read it right there and order a coffee.
Do you read one called Boys, Bruce?
No, I haven't read that yet. Is that the mobster comic book or something?
No,
is that right?
It's a covert book written by Garth Ennis. It's totally insane. They make fun of superheroes up the wazoo. It's been going on for about a little over 2 years.
Probably not the one that I was thinking of. I probably totally got it mixed up with something else.
It's really hilarious, Rob. If you pick it up, you'll laugh your ass off.
Puts it up.
And what's the name of it again? Bullies?
Boys. It's by Garth
Boys.
Ennis, the guy who wrote Punisher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really funny.
Hey, speaking of which, Bruce, can you believe they're doing another, or they've done another, and they're releasing this new Punisher movie? This is like.
Then.
Do you have interest in it?
Fuck no. I want no. Actually, I want to go to see it to see how bad it is to get jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I actually keep hearing the commercial, and I keep going, oh yeah, that's right. There's a new movie. How come I'm not excited about it? They did the first one with Dolph, and then the last one, whoever that guy was in it that did the.
Thomas Zane.
Yeah. What's his name?
Thomas Zane.
Yeah, I met that guy walked by my table at a convention, and I had I was selling pictures at my table. He walked by and had some people go over and ask him, hey, can RVD get a picture with you for the website? And he looked over and he goes, is he taller than me? And then he walked off and said, that's what I always think of whenever I think of that guy. But anyway, they're doing a new Punisher movie, and I don't know why. I mean, Punisher.
They can never get it right.
I mean, I love the mature read one that they have. I think it's called Max.
Yeah.
That's So I really enjoy that, but I don't think Punisher is as well known of a superhero as a lot of other ones that they haven't done one movie on, at least not recently. I brought up Flash, but Bruce, I mean, this is a conversation you and I would have all the time. I mean, there's a lot of other characters that are a lot more well known.
Oh hell yeah.
Punisher that they could do a movie with, right?
I'm waiting to see. I'm sure Gregory's waiting to see a Green Lantern movie. I'm also waiting to see a Green Lantern movie. I want to see a Flash movie. I want to see who they get to play Wonder Woman. I hope they don't get Kim Kardashian. Now I'd be so pissed off. There's a lot. Oh my God, there's shit. I want to see an Avengers movie because I know you're a hardcore Marvel fan, right?
Yeah, I grew up on Marvel, so I really connect with that more. I don't understand the whole DC universe, like that whole Crises series that everyone was so excited about. I couldn't really relate to it so much, so I didn't get behind it. And Marvel, yeah, dude, make mine Marvel.
Yeah, I'm DC and Marvel, more DC, but it's like now I appreciate that DC's at least making decent movies.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's room for that. There's more and more. Officer X, not into comics, huh? Officer X, I went to you.
What's up, bro?
Hey, not comic books wasn't a big part of your life. You were probably shooting little animals in the forest when we were reading comics as kids, huh?
No.
What?
Baseball, hockey, stuff like that, bro.
Man stuff.
Yeah. All right, manly stuff. All right, cool. Well, I just saw that you were on the line and wanted to go back to you. This holiday season is it comes around again. They seem to come by quicker and quicker every year.
We're getting older.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I guess that is part of getting older. But when I was a kid, Christmas was so exciting. Halloween was so exciting because you get all excited. You go out and you get, it's fun. You go out and you get free candy. You get presents. You celebrate. Yay. You get time off from school. I kind of think as an adult that I'd be okay if we just kept holidays for kids. Am I?
Yeah.
Does that make?
You're such a ball humbug.
Does that make?
No.
Hey,
I'm not a ball humbug. I like to see people happy. I love to see Sonia happy. I just, can't. I'm supportive. I just don't, get as behind it. I'm not excited to have a Christmas tree up. It's something that just makes a little bit of a mess inside the house.
You sound like my dad used to.
You sound like you should go stay in a hotel room in Camden, New Jersey.
I sound like your dad. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's better. Now you really sound like him.
I know you did, baby. She put the Christmas tree up yesterday, and she's very excited.
On a chemo pack.
Yes, well, she had the chemo pack plugged in because she's a trooper, and
right.
You get a lot of good positive energy from that, and I'm very glad that you do. And I know you don't understand a lot of things that I get energy from, and you're the norm, and I'm a weirdo. I understand that.
No, okay, I'll accept that.
That's why I'm trying to explain my perspective and get some feedback on it. And that's why I'm going to Billy B from MISSISSIPPI. What up, Billy B?
What's up, RVD?
Thanks for calling RVD Radio. What's it like in Mississippi around this time of year?
It's cold right now, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I bet it is. It's cold here. It's like 60, 65 cold.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's not super cold, but it's not up in the swimming pool weather either.
It's freezing to me, brother.
I gotta wake up 55 right now, but I'm outside in the Honda smoking it out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. In the Honda, is that because you live with mom and dad and you can't smoke inside?
No, actually, we have kids in the house, and they're in the living room doing the book report, so I'm out
Gotcha.
here being nice.
Gotcha. The other side of the coin, doing the responsible parent thing. Hey, so you got kids. Are you ready for Christmas?
For them, I am. It's exciting to see their little faces, you know.
Yeah, of course. So do you go out and do the shopping and then the wrapping, or does their mom do that? Most of that does she give you?
No, actually, I like to do it. Hey, call for RVD.
What's that?
Yeah.
All right, man. Someone just broke through the lines, Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, RVD. I gotta get out of here.
What? Oh, you leaving, Bruce?
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. Take care, Sonya.
Buddy Ron Swallow that you said was gonna call.
Yeah, he's gonna call in a little later.
You're not gonna be there to talk to him. That's gonna be really weird.
No, I know. Well, I gotta go. I got a show to do at Ontario tonight.
Are you serious?
I don't want to talk to these cocksuckers, but you have to.
All right. Stupid. All right, man. Well, have a good night, Bruce. Thanks for calling.
All right, I'll be talking to you soon. Bye, Sonia.
Later, Bruce.
Take care. And tell Tony goodbye. And if I don't talk to you soon, Merry Christmas.
Actually, I said
Merry Christmas, you dude.
Take care.
RVD, motherfucker!
That's right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
A little later.
All right, man. Later. Have a good night. Bruce Jingles signing off. Yay, Bruce. Thanks for calling into RVD Radio. I got Officer X on. I got Billy B from Mississippi. I want to know, Billy B, while you're out in your Honda, fixing it up, because you're a responsible parent, the holiday season, right now, you get to make your kids happy with it. Does it remind you of when you were a little kid and you used to be
very much
about it?
so. Well, that's the whole point of it, I think, of being a parent, is you look back and you see your parents in a certain way.
You go by Long Beach, isn't it?
Right, so you get
did
to
all of that.
Yeah, it's for Ricky shopping.
Hey, by the way, Officer X, there you go again. You keep talking when you're on the phone, and then I mute you, so I'm muting you again. You can't talk when you're on the air. It comes through, dude. Crazy guy. So, yeah, I can get that. And we're not parents, but I like to see little kids happy, and I get that. But and as a parent, I guess I can understand where you would experience joy from reliving through the little kid, and like you said, you can see maybe your parents and yourself. But how about in between? How about in between when you're a little kid and when you're a parent? Is there a time like in between there where you could do like with or without, or is it just something, you know, that like because it's tradition or it's because what we do that we should like put a lot of energy into this to hope to get a lot of energy out of it? That's a pretty confusing question.
If I didn't see my son every day and I didn't have a child I was responsible for, I would just blow Christmas off altogether because of the whole economy situation going on right now.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's the thing behind the holidays is they're made by Hallmark. A lot of them are, so that you can buy cards and you can spend money. All holidays are about spending money, spend money, money, money. I wrote on my blog, you know, before 4th of July, how much money are we going to blow on fireworks, especially the fireworks for the Olympic Games in China. I mean, like millions of dollars. And fireworks are pollution. They go up, they're noise pollution. Ooh, they're pretty. And then they come down, then they're ground pollution. You got to clean up afterwards. And then it's done. And in a time when we're squeezing pennies and people are cutting back on the groceries that they buy, do we need to spend millions and millions of dollars for holidays just because it's a day on the calendar when we're supposed to celebrate because we're Americans?
Bah humbug, baby. Bah humbug. That's all I can say.
Well, July 4th I kind of get, but take Halloween, for example. What is that about?
Yeah, I mean, originally it had to do with a religious origin that no longer applies with common beliefs. Yet we keep the celebration going. Originally, it was about saints who were the middlemen, between God and us, and it was to celebrate them. The night before, All Hallows Eve was celebrating the gods, and then the day after, the saints to tell us what the gods won, and it was crazy. And now, basically, it's gone down to where we just remember the day as a fun day, an American holiday that we can celebrate and enjoy. So that's Halloween. I mean, you said that you get 4th of July. I mean, that's the day of independence, and if that's what you mean is that you understand why we're happy and celebrate the day of independence, okay. I mean, that's a pretty good reason, for our country to celebrate, especially right now when we're losing our independence to the New World Order, which isn't something I want by saying that fireworks cost a lot of money. Don't get me confused with that.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just speaking the truth, man. All right, Billy B. We'll appreciate your calling in. You can still listen in on the phone. I'm just going to put you on mute to move on to another caller. What, baby?
No, I'm just reading the chat. I love the chat.
I forget that the chat going on. SVD reads the whole time. So, baby, how prepared are you already for Christmas?
Well, I've got the tree up, and there's, I've got some shopping done. But I've still got some to do.
Yeah, and but you have fun. But you do a lot of it online.
Well, yeah, because I don't like dealing with the crowds. So I'm a Cyber Monday girl over Black Friday.
Right. Well, that sounds better. I mean, it's crazy out there. There's people, that are road raging. There's too many cars out there, And I understand road rage too, especially right now when there's high pressure and people are trying to buy like limited supplies of stuff before other people. Do you remember like the day after Thanksgiving, we were watching the news and they were talking about the people that got trampled to death? What was the deal with that? I mean, I know it happens every year, but we specifically watched like one store where it was a Walmart, and do you remember where? No, somewhere, some crazy Walmart, and people opened up the store, and everyone came running, trampling, and I think maybe 3 people died or something, and was it just one that died? You think? Okay, but anyway, you said that happens every year. Well, that's crazy. So they can save $5, $10 on an item.
I've never understood Black Friday. I'm just not that person that goes out and makes a list of places to stop, and I can't do that. That's not me. I do get excited when the malls are open till midnight, though. That's just something deep in my girly girlness that excites me about that.
Right. All right. Hey, you know what, baby? I'm thinking that maybe Sabu might have stood us up.
Oh, big surprise. Masters stands us up every week. It's okay.
Hey, Masters, by the way, is no longer on the line. What happened to him? He just disappeared. Oh, yeah, he was at the Medical Cush Beach Club. We
know what happened.
Yeah, we can use our imagination there. I'm going to send the number to Sabu right now because he was really excited about being on the show.
I know.
He's talking about how much fun he had last week. And
he doesn't talk.
He probably doesn't have the phone number. Who knows? I don't know. But we'll see if he responds to that. And if we don't have Sabu, then at least we got Fonzie.
Fonzie Daddy.
That's right, Daddy.
What? That wasn't the soundbite. That was the real deal. What's up, Fonzie? How are you tonight?
I am doing fantastic, brother. You know, every day's a holiday. I heard the big topics are Black Friday, the holidays, shopping late at midnight at the malls for the Indian princess. You know what I mean? It's already wide open, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But so you probably weren't listening to the show earlier, Fonzie, but I opened up the show earlier talking about my own personal perspective on the holidays. And, you know, I'm one of a kind. I think outside the box, and I don't conform, you know, really to other people. And anyway, for me, I think that holidays are days, you know, where people celebrate, and they let off steam. It helps balance out the rest of their month when they're in stressful jobs where they're sucking their boss's ass and they're hating life, and you know, they need to go to the bars and let off some steam and unwind, or at nighttime they need a cocktail. It's part of the routine, part of the cycle of balancing. For somebody that is like someone that's even keeled, someone that's like really like balanced and that really doesn't have strong peaks and valleys, but more of a tranquil balance. Like, say, a monk that just meditates all day. He doesn't want holidays. It just adds a lot of stress. It adds pressure. People are running around crazy. The stuff you got to do. And also a point I made up earlier, for me, now if I want to, because I buy something when I want it, and I buy something for Sonia, she buys it, whatever she wants of it. Now around the holidays, we have to not buy things that we could really use and hold off so that the other person might buy it for us, and we drop hints and tell them, hey, I want this, but instead of getting it, we want them to get it and wrap it so that we know that they care about us more or something. To me, at the risk of, you know, sounding like a Scrooge, Fonzie, it's kind of illogical.
You got some very good points, and people will take holidays different, you know what I mean? And I understand what you're saying, and but I like holidays sometimes. Sometimes I don't like them, but it does break the monotony of everyday life. It gives, especially for the younger kids, you know, gives them something to look forward to. Gives people holidays. My daughter, for instance, she likes holidays because she's on the clock like Wall Street, you know what I mean? The stock exchange. When they're open, she's open. When they're closed, she's closed. So every holiday she gets paid for, and people look forward to for different reasons. And I love the shout, but it's crazy. Did you hear about the guy in New York getting trampled to death? And you know, after Thanksgiving, the big sale they had on, the poor kid was working at Walmart or Kmart, and the crowd ran in there, and they ran over him, and they stomped him to death, poor kid. And then another one, the two guys shot each other at like you know, at a mall, killed each other. It's crazy.
I know, that's ridiculous, and the reason why is so that the stores can make a shitload of money, and you know, it's ridiculous. Think of how many trees we kill to make cards, not only for the big holidays like Christmas and birthdays, you know, but then they add Secretary's Day and fucking Boss's Day and appreciation for your grandma's caretaker day, and they add all these holidays, and Hallmark just puts out all these cards, and I mean, really, we'll have like so many cards, and we suck at sending out cards too every year.
I hate it. I'll admit I hate to send out Christmas cards. I can't get behind it.
I know, I can't get behind it either. The numbers financially, it's staggering, Van Dam. We're talking billions of dollars just for, you know, stuff that we don't even use, like the wrapping paper and the cards and the stamps, and I mean, it helps the economy, but man, we're the biggest wasteful nation in the world.
By far.
No doubt.
Holidays are that. It's all for one day, and then afterwards, you know, throw all the paper away, pick up all the fireworks, you know, put it in the trash, whatever. It's really and it's an indulgent kind of thing to do, you know, like it's for the wealthy. It's something that third world countries probably hate us for. You know?
Yeah, 100%. We're looked down upon for being so wasteful. You know, people get greedy, you know, but I look at it like this sometimes. Every day is a holiday for me. I mean,
exactly. That's why I don't need, you know, special conforming days on which, you know, I should change my norm, because I get the most out of every day, buy stuff when we need it, use it, you know, happy every day. I like having control of that. I don't like other people telling me, hey, you know what, it's Thanksgiving, so you're supposed to stuff yourself until you puke and take a nap. Why? Because that's what we do. Okay, I don't have to do that, you know. I mean, that's just something that somehow got put in our brains that it's okay, you're supposed to do that this week. Whatever. It's up to you. It's personal choice. I'm just explaining my perspective. Nikki, producer Nikki, if you can hear me, take yourself off mute and join us, girl. We're looking at the chat room, and we see that you are a comic book geek. Is that true?
Okay, I'm kind of a comic book geek, but mostly it's Demos who is, just not me.
It's mostly what?
It's mostly my boyfriend Demos. He is mostly the comic book geek.
Okay, all right, because we're looking at some of your comments on there, and I'm like, I have a toy room in my house, like a whole room we call the Ghost Rider room.
He's basically the 40-year-old virgin that got laid.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I was gonna.
My boyfriend is SVD. That's what he is. That's why I'm a geek. I'm a geek by osmosis because my boyfriend is. So right.
Oh, I got to be a geek too.
Yep.
I can run with it's the running of the geeks at the Comic-Con every year in San Diego. I've been for the last 6 years. I'm officially a geek.
SVD and I are unofficial geeks, but since we love geeks, we have to be one, right?
Exactly.
Which I'm very thankful for, by the way, because I know you see me kicking ass, flying higher than anyone in the ring, doing the flips, and believe it or not, I was not the quarterback in high school that had all the cheerleaders in line, you know, for the prom. I was with the geeks in the library, you know, talking about the comic books, you know. I didn't get into Dungeons and Dragons, by the way, which the other guys did. I did not.
Let me ask SVD this really quick. So
Yeah.
brains are sexy, right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Brains are sexy.
Yes.
Brains. Okay.
Big Bang
We like brains. Yep.
Do you watch The Big Bang Theory?
Of course, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I love that show. I caught it for the first time this season, and I had to go buy the first season on DVD because I knew I was just going to fall in love with it. Rob is Sheldon in so many ways.
See?
It's kind of scary.
Yep, because brains are sexy, and he's smart. That's how my man is smart. That's good. I like that.
Hey, Nikki, next week I need to do the show at a special time because I have, and I don't know what your plans are, but I want to do the show next week, 2 to 4 on the West Coast, which obviously is, what is it obviously, baby?
What?
It's obviously 5 to 7.
Yes, that's perfect.
Are you able to do that?
You bet. Whatever you
Awesome.
need. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. And also, speaking of next week, that will be December the 10th. My good friend Justin McCauley, the Insane One, has a UFC fight in North Carolina. That's December 10th, and it'll be on Spike TV. It has something, it's some kind of fight for the troops or some kind of, do you know what it is?
I saw the promos for it, Van Dam, and I remember Justin. He was a tough kid. He took me to his gym when he was working out there. He was badass. And he tried to get into ECW a little bit, but didn't work.
Yeah, you know what? Paul always loved Justin. He loves him, and he was always trying to find a spot for him on the show somewhere, but he never really, and he wrestled some pro wrestling. Actually, Bruce Pritchard offered him a developmental deal years ago, and he turned it down, and he was doing a lot. He likes the actual fighting, but anyway, he's looking to move on and grow to other things now, but he's got his third UFC fight on Wednesday, December 10th. It'll be on Spike TV. He's fighting this guy, Eddie Sanchez, and everybody should check it out and support Justin because he's a very cool motherfucker. Yeah. So I'm glad you remember him, Fonzie. We got some calls, Fonzie. How you feel like talking to Chris from, what's NM? What's NM? New Mexico. What up, Chris?
What up, man?
Hey, you're in New Mexico.
Yep, hell yeah.
Right on, man. How's New Mexico around the holiday season?
Really, you never know here because we've had it snow in July, so you know.
Well, that sounds crazy. That's something I want no part of. But anyway, so anyway, are you ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I guess it's all right. It's just another day, like much like you said. Pretty much things the same.
Is it like another day, except for now you got like a few extra duties, like, and also guilt comes along with it too, because
yeah, big part. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
especially if you ain't got a job and everybody's getting you stuff and you ain't got none to give.
Yeah, or sometimes you feel like you should do more anyway, whether it's give to more people or give more to one person, or you should have got there earlier, should have been more important to you. You should have paid more attention, of what the hints and signals you're supposed to get or whatever. But a lot of guilt thrown in there. That's but I am glad that to see people festive and see people happy. That's something that I am a very strong advocate of. People being happy, vibrating at a positive speed. So I recommend it if that's what it takes, So.
Oh yeah.
So Chris,
actually,
I got Fonzie on the line with me. I had Chris Masters. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions for you. One involves Fonzie, but I'm gonna save that best for last. One of my first. I'm indie pro wrestling, barely breaking out. I've only had 2-3 matches. I'm fairly new. What could you say about the lifestyle on the road? Not the glorious side, but the other side that nobody gets to see.
Well, you want to hear from my perspective of the lifestyle of wrestling. First off, there's a lifestyle of wrestling, and then there's a lifestyle being with WWE, and they're really not the same, because WWE is the top of the professional wrestling world, and a very small percentage of wrestlers are going to make it to the very top. So when you get into wrestling, I would never recommend someone to get into it only because they only want to get into it if they can get into WWE for sure. But if you get into it because you enjoy it, you like performing in front of people, and you like network and meet more promoters and get get more and more bookings and try and get more exposure and get in the magazines, get on TV, whatever. That's awesome. That's obvious part of the game that a lot of people see. I guess if you wanted me to share something of the lifestyle that a lot of people don't see, well, there's obviously the part of every morning when you wake up alone in a hotel room somewhere in some town that you have to try to remember where you drove last night to figure out what town you're in. And that's something that's not once in a while. It's like every day. People will see me in towns. I'll see people all over the country like that I grew up with or that I know. And they'll tell me ahead of time when I was with WWE. They say, "Hey, yeah, you're coming to my town in Minnesota in January. We'll see you, whatever." So you kind of like have friends spaced out, and they kind of become your family, like all over the country. You look forward to seeing them sometimes, and you just plug along. You're a traveler. The actual performance, when you get in the ring and you're showing off in front of the crowd, that can become such a small part of the job. Like for instance, let's say I have a match on Saturday night, and it's in Pennsylvania. Well, these people in Pittsburgh, they've been waiting 2 months to see RVD defend the World Television title there. As far as they know, it's been 2 months I've been training, for that very match. Realistically, I've maybe had 40 other matches in 40 other towns in the last 2 months. And when it comes down to that one particular match, I may leave my house on a Friday and, I have to say goodbye to my wife, take a red-eye flight, get 3 hours of sleep sitting up in a crowded chair where my arm is touching some big fat guy I don't know. Can you imagine sleeping in a hotel room between two people, like two strangers in a bed, arm to arm? You'd never do it, but you do it on an airplane. It's crazy. And you wake up with a sore neck. Anyway, 3 hour time change plus the flight and a change of flight. By the time you get to Pittsburgh, it's going to be 2, 3 o'clock easily, and you'll have time to rent a car, try and find somewhere to eat real quick, and get straight to the arena. And then once you get to the arena, you're all tight from the flight and driving. You want to warm up, so you drink coffee, you jog around the building, you stretch out. All this to have this match in Pittsburgh. By the time you go out there and have the match, it might be 8 minutes long. It might be 4 minutes. A lot of TV matches are 4 minutes. And it might be, you know, maybe 20 minutes, all that, and then you go and take the shower, and you know, you either check out of the hotel or you stay there if you're lucky. Otherwise, you got to drive 200-300 miles to the next town. That becomes the majority of what the job is, you know. So,
yeah.
You said you had a couple other questions, Chris, because I think out of that one.
Yeah, is Fonzie still there?
Yeah, Fonzie, you're still online with us, aren't you, Daddy? Wait a second.
Van Dam, you described the road. The people don't realize how complicated that is, and I did. I think my longest stretch was 60 days nonstop on the road without coming home, and that was. I mean, it's like torture. Even though you're making big money, people say, "Wow," you know, they see you on Monday Night TV, and they say, "Man, what a great job!" But they don't know you've been since the last time you've seen them. You've been to 7 countries and 9 different cities in 9 days. You know, it's really tough, Chris.
Well, when you did that 50-day stretch, you're doing double shots?
Yes, a lot of double shots. That was in Atlanta for Ted Turner, and that was my longest stretch without coming back to Tampa. Yeah, we were doing double shots every weekend, and then it was the same in WWF when I went there in '93. We were doing double shots, but making decent money. But man, it beat you up.
Yeah, you know, one point that I'd like to bring up too about the holidays. One reason that I never really get excited about holidays is it's usually a working day if you're an entertainer. Usually holidays are when fellow Americans get together to party and celebrate, and a lot of that is watching wrestling. So for us, those are usually bigger paydays, big pay-per-view days, and that's how I look at it. So if I happen to be off on one, I'm not used to that, and so I have that perspective too as far as looking at holidays. You know?
I've had a lot of Thanksgiving dinners at Shawnee's and little cafeterias and stuff because Thanksgiving was a big wrestling day for WCW and all the, you know, it was just crazy, Van Dam. Hey, Chris, what was the second question?
Okay, in the future, like, you know, once I've been in the game for, you know, a couple years, 3-4 years, one of my favorite wrestlers that was supposed to, I don't know, Sabu. Y'all remember Born to Be Wired?
Yeah, man. I was hoping you were going to be able to talk to Sabu. I talked to him like 2 hours before the show, and he was all excited about being on it, and then for some reason he didn't get through. So I'll make sure and have him on next week, though, because he definitely likes doing this radio show. Next week, next Wednesday, December 10th, we'll be at a special time, 2 to 4 on the West Coast. Doing the math, that's like 5 to 7 on the East Coast, and anywhere in the middle, use your own equation. But next week, I will have Sabu on as well, I'm sure. You can check my website, and I'll put that up, and as well as whoever else we have. I usually don't plan them that far in advance, but Chris, if you have
7 Eastern? 7 Eastern next week?
Yes, Fuzzy. 7 Eastern, it will be over. So 5 to 7, which will be 2 to 4 here. 5 to 7 next week.
Okay.
If you can make it, because I got it today. I got some other stuff to do later on, and I want to watch Wrestling on Spike TV too. So
great. Oh, I was going to ask you about the kid that's going to be on Spike TV. I got cut off because I seen the promos, and
you got cut off because you have a potty mouth, motherfucker.
Oh, Daddy, you know me. I call it right down the middle, brother.
That's right, Daddy. For Susie.
That's right, Daddy.
All right, Fuzzy. That was Chris from New Mexico, man. Appreciate the call, and best of luck with the future in pro wrestling. That's an indie worker. What do you think, baby? If it's all ones, you think that's a prank call? We'll take it anyway. Fuck it. Why not? All right, Allison from Maryland. We very skeptically take your call on RVD Radio. What's going on?
What's that book? Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm good, Allison. Happy holidays. You got a weird phone number. What's going on? Do you call to talk to Fonzie, the manager of Champions, tonight? Right on, man. That's what happens when you take a call that you shouldn't take. You know what I mean?
Did we lose her?
Yeah, I think so, but it was a real suspicious number anyway, and my instincts told me that someone was going to fuck with us, so we'll just move right along. I got a bunch of calls here, Fonzie. One of them is Dario from Chicago, Illinois. You're on RVD Radio.
Hey, what's up, Rob? What's up, Fonzie? What's up, Sonia?
I love Chicago, Daddy.
Oh, yeah, you know, everybody loves Chicago, man. Most of the wrestlers, they love performing here.
You know what's funny? Big Show told me the story one time about when he moved to Chicago. He said there was one really cold day. He came outside, and he said it was so cold that his bones hurt, and he said that he moved that day. He said that he just called a truck, said, move all my shit, and went down to Florida.
It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold right now. It's just stopped snowing. We got about maybe 3 inches.
Wow, you know what? I grew up like 3 hours from Chicago in Battle Creek, Michigan. I don't miss the snow at all. That was a big part of just living up there. Was shoveling the driveway out because it gets snowy. You got to shovel out a path for your car. You got to scrape the windows off, scrape the ice off the window of your car if your car is outside, obviously, which mine was. And then also on top of all that, you got to warm the car up sometimes and let it heat up because it's so cold. And then you go out on the icy, snowy roads. I really don't miss that, you know. But I guess for the global warming factor and all, I hope you continue to get the snow up there, you know. At least it's Christmassy, right?
Well, yeah, that's one thing. I love how the lights shine off the snow. You know, it kind of reflects it, makes it a little bit brighter. But you know, I could do without the snow also. You know.
That was one thing that I did enjoy a lot, though, as a kid, was the Christmas lights. Driving around and seeing all the ridiculous displays of Christmas lights that are set up in the yards, you know, and that was pretty cool. One time I had to rescue Santa Claus. So somebody had a plastic Santa Claus up on the roof of their house, and it was not in my neighborhood. It was near the grocery store I worked at. And my friend and I, you know, it was like January. We're like, hey, you know, Santa's stuck up there. February, we're like, dude, come on. I mean, it's time to take Santa down. And then March came around. We said, we got to do something. So we had this plan, you know. It was just all good fun, you know, but we had a getaway car, you know, creep up there in the middle of the night. We climbed up the chimney. We had a knife, cut the ropes down because Santa was tied to the chimney. And we took Santa and we threw him in the car, and we threw a note in their mailbox and left. And the note said something like, you know, I'm finally free, you bastards. Don't come looking for me and don't expect anything for Christmas next year. And then we took the Santa and we took it down to the post office and I threw him in the back of one of the post office trucks with a note that said, take me to the North Pole. I wish I would have had that on camera for RVD TV. That would have been a good episode.
Wow, you kidnapped Santa Claus?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yeah, I sure hope those people aren't listening right now because it was so fun. It was like in the middle of the night. We cut him down, and it was big and plastic. So when we threw him off the roof, he hit the ground. Oh, we made this loud noise, and we just ran. We grabbed him and ran and dove in the car. It was. Yeah, I was a silly kid, Fonzie.
Yeah, weren't we all, brother?
I already said I was a quarterback. Not that I couldn't. Yeah,
we still got your line?
I think we helped save Christmas, you know. So Dario, you got a question for RVD or Fonzie, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know, like, I've been doing Kung Fu since I was a little kid, thanks to Bruce Lee. You know, he was like an inspiration to me.
Right on.
And secondly, I saw you back in 1999. I was 12 years old at the Odeon for Anarchy Rules.
Yeah.
So you probably worked against Big Balls Mahoney that night, I think. Mahoney. We had great matches with him.
That's when you did that senton splash into the crowd.
Yeah, that is definitely Balls Mahoney, because he was one of the few guys that I would do that
I could do it with,
Balls
beautiful.
Mahoney, Bubba Dudley, or of course
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow, rest in peace. Those guys I would trust to catch me, and I would dive way out, third, fourth row as far as I could make it, and Do it
right.
To the crowd. Don't you miss that energy, Fonzie? All the
yes,
crowd?
I do. I remember the night in Buffalo, New York. We did the big switch. We did something there with Bam Bam, and I think that was your farthest, 20 feet, 30 feet out. That was your farthest big flip.
Motherfucker!
That's right, Daddy. And it popped the building. And of course I miss that, Van Dam. It's in my blood, but you know what I mean? Of course I miss that.
Yeah, for sure. That
remember that
was
Pacific?
famous footage that we've seen play over and over, me diving out onto Bam Bam.
Right.
One of the highlights of his career for Shizzy. So, yeah, miss that.
Yeah, that was in the top 50. You know, of your matches. It was probably the top 10, spots, that played.
It was a special moment, for sure. And, Fonzie, I got Officer X back on the line. I keep putting him on mute because he's talking to other people. But he keeps coming back, man, just like a dog that we whip and throw out, just keeps coming back, man. What up,
That ain't right. That's not right, man. What's up, Fonzie?
What's going on there, Mr. X? You guys getting a little snow up in Boston or Connecticut?
No, we're hoping not. But, hey, speaking of holidays for a minute, St. Patrick's Day was a huge holiday in Boston, Rob. Huge.
Wow.
I guess you have a lot of Irish people there?
But Boston and Savannah, Georgia, are the two biggest holidays there for that particular holiday.
I actually lived in Savannah, Georgia when I met my beautiful wife, Sonia, and I've been down there at St. Patrick's Day. Insane.
Yeah, that's a big day for Savannah.
Yeah, huge river of people. Like, if you walk through the street there, it's like a flow of people. Like, you can't help but just bump shoulder to shoulder to shoulder to try to make it anywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. A lot of energy that day.
That's where Joe Holland lives, who airbrushes my kick-ass outfits that I wear in the ring. And,
no way. I didn't know that.
In Savannah. He does, it's a big time of year for him because he's airbrushing people's, St. Patrick's Day shit, T-shirts and a bunch of stuff like that.
Right on. He does some good work. Yeah, I like him.
Hey, you muted me during that Walmart speech about the people, the poor guy getting trampled there.
Yeah,
right.
You got something to add?
How terrible is that? Some kid goes to work at Walmart.
Crazy.
And he gets trampled. It comes down to it's corporate greed. You can't give out wristbands for items and stuff like that rather than have people get killed going to work.
I know, and they wait in line for like days before so that they can do that too. I don't get it.
No, there's two things they got to get rid of. Is that and buffets.
Why get rid of buffets? I was just...
I always lose money at a buffet.
We were just talking to Dr. Shawn, and he was at a Chinese buffet a few minutes ago.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Next time you go by a buffet, just look in the window and tell me what you see.
Okay.
A lot of people eating fast. Hey, Van Dam, Sabu and Hitomi took us to a place in Tokyo. You were there. It was paid by the minute at a little buffet. We all the boys were eating slow, and Sabu said, "Hey, Fonzie, tell the guys to eat a little quicker. It's paid by the minute here." Nobody knew it, you know what I mean? And we were costing Sabu paid for all the boys. There was like 10 or 15 of us, and buffets, I love them. They're good.
There was a place in Tokyo called Ginza 9, which is a block in the Ginza district, and I would go to this buffet there that was yakiniku, all you could eat, and you would pay for like an hour, and it was just the best food. It was like really thin, fat-free meat, and I would just get tons of meat and just you cook it on that grill. I pay for an hour, and it included beer. So me and Bobby Duncan Jr. used to go, and Bobby would want to drink. You pay one price to sit there for an hour and drink as much beer as you can handle, and I would eat. We had a lot.
That's rare in Tokyo to find a place like that because you know how expensive it is to eat there.
Yes, I do. I usually had a sponsor, and I love to go to that place. Hey, Fonzie, I got a caller that says he's got a question for you. It's Mike from California.
Okay, beautiful.
How's it going, Fonzie?
Right on, brother. You know, I'm chilling in Tampa Bay, the home of the next Super Bowl coming up in February. Many superstars. I'm on RVD Radio on Wednesday nights. I'm gracious enough to get a little airtime for, you know. What's going on, brother? You got some questions? Talk to us. Talk to RVD, the whole fucking show, and the man who calls it right down the middle, Daddy. That's me, Bill Alfonso.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. It's cool. It's good to hear your voice, Fonzie. I had a question about a rumor that I heard about. You had a broken arm after a show, and you had to take care of it in a supermarket or something like that?
Brother, my whole body's been broke, and maybe it's a time that it was the Dudley Boys against RVD and Sabu, and no, it was in Louisiana.
That's right, Daddy.
And somebody pinned you, Bubble pinned you. I had to come in to make the save. I was running a little late, so I flew in the ring, boom, and I was giving him like a double axe handle to the back of the neck, big Bubble Ray, and I broke the smaller bone in my left arm, and you could hear it snap, bam. And then just, you know, went to the emergency room. It was broke so bad that I had to get screws and plates on. Maybe that's just, you know, but I worked the next day.
Actually, bro, I had heard that somebody had said that you had once broke your arm and didn't have any coverage, so you had to, like, take a fall in a market or something on a
That's right, Daddy.
Well, I don't remember that one, but, you know, anything's possible, you know what I mean?
All right, bro. Sorry, man.
Right,
Maybe it's not true then, bro.
Hey, that soundbite had you taking claim to that, Fonzie. That was awesome.
That's right, Daddy.
All right, guys. Rock on, man.
Rock on, Daddy. RVD Radio. Thanks for calling, California. Back to RVD, the whole fucking show. I love it, Van Dam. I'm fired up tonight, Daddy.
I know, man, and I hope you got something to wind you down because we got 3 minutes and we're done with the show already.
3 minutes, RVD. Thank you so much for having me on week after week. It's been my pleasure, and you know I love you guys, and I would definitely try to get on next week if you don't mind. I like to get in the last half hour, 45 minutes of the show, and it gives me a little time because you guys have already covered a lot of stuff, and down to 2 minutes is back to you.
It's a pain in the ass because then we got to catch you up. You know, I'm just joking, Fuzzy. That's awesome, and hopefully we'll have Sabu on next week too. I'm quite sure that I'll be able to get him on. I don't know what happened to him today, but he was looking forward to coming on the show. By the way, Fonzie, you didn't say hi to our New Yorker Harry Slash yet today.
Oh, Harry Slash, the big deal in New York City, Daddy. This is Bill Alfonso, RVD Radio. Big shout out to Harry Slash.
He's on the line with you. You only got to shout so loud, right, Harry?
Yeah, I can hear you, Fonzie.
Brother, it's always freaking great to hear your voice.
Oh, no doubt.
That's right, Daddy.
I love my Fonzie clip there. That's right, Daddy.
Slash is a part of the show every week. This is nice communication. New York City, Florida, the West Coast. We got the whole United States covered.
Pretty much.
I know, and not only that, I had a caller from England that was on like most of the call. Let me see if he's still on here. There he is. Let's see if we can hear Matt from England. We couldn't hear him earlier. Can you? Are you with us, Matt?
Yeah, I should still be here, I hope.
Yeah, cheers, Matt from London, brother. I've been to the Hard Rock Cafe. I love London.
Oh, you know what, Matt? I had to put you on mute earlier because when you talked, we couldn't understand you, and unless it's just in our house, Fonzie, can you understand?
No, he's got a real low tone. Matt, when you get back on, if you do, you got to talk a little bit louder, brother. Bring it up about 75% because we're hearing you, but we can't hear you.
It's the mic, man. It's the mic.
Yeah, just speak a little louder. We got you, brother. Go ahead. We're wrapping up here in about a minute, Van Dam.
Exactly. Matt, you get the last comment of the night, man, then we're going to say good night.
All I've got to say is, RVD, motherfucker!
Yeah!
Right on. That was his last words. Came out good.
That was so awesome. Good way to end the show. Fonzie, thanks for calling, Dave, and we look forward to talking to you next Wednesday, special time. Remember, we're going to be on 5 to 7, and we'll be on 2 to 4 here on the West Coast. And thank you to Harry Slash, Chris Masters, of course, Hurricane Gregory Helms, and who else do we have, baby? We have Bruce Jingles. Of course, thanks to SVD. Say goodbye to everybody, baby.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
And of course,
Sonia.
yeah. Good night, Harry. Good night, everybody. Dr. Shawn. We're going to go and call the Dr. Shawn show in a minute, see what he's got going on. So anybody that wants to move over to Ask Dr. Shawn finds that you're invited too. That makes another show for us. So everybody, happy couple weeks before Christmas.
Great. This is Fonzie from Florida.
The whole fucking show. Drop that down. The whole fucking show. Damn a nigga. Damn a nigga. Man, crush your nigga. Man, assassinator. Drop that down. The whole fucking show. Drop that down.